With Julia Roknifard. She's a senior lecturer with the School of Law and Governance at Taylor's University, joining us from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Julia, it's good to have you on the program. When we heard earlier from the US president, he expressed some optimism, though telling Tehran that there will be consequences if there's no deal. Trump is often optimistic when it comes to talks. How much room for optimism do you think there is now?
It sounds like it's delusional optimism, and yes, Trump is often optimistic until there is a military action against the country with which he is in the talks. So I don't think we should give much significance to this optimism. And I agree with your correspondent who said just now that mostly there is no reason to be optimistic. There is not much expectations that could be had from these talks. We are hearing rumors on the side of Tehran that there is a word to possibly offer Trump something that he's used to, and that is advantageous relationship with Tehran, commercial relationship, trade relationship, in case if Tehran is given what it wants. So Trump could feel like he won not only in the sense of getting the deal that he wanted on the terms that he wanted, but also some trade or economic advantage out of it. And so Tehran could benefit economically out of it as well. There is also on Trump's side, there might be optimism on the regime change. And we've seen it in the course of the latest protests where he said that he's got investors back and he's ready to send reinforcements. And then he kind of reneged on it, saying that the protests are no longer there. But that raised questions to Trump himself, because he campaigned on the platform of ending the U.S. interventionist policies, but that would prove exactly the opposite. So there is not much room for optimism as well. I would say it is the stage at which there is probably some trust to be built, but not an outcome to be expected.
How much pressure is there on Iran's government to actually make a deal, given what we've seen last year with the 12-day war with Israel, and now most recently those demonstrations where many people were killed, many people were calling for change in the country, especially because of the dire economic situation. So many would say that Iran is in a position here where it has been weakened over the last few years, given their support for many of the proxy groups in and around the region, that they do have to make some sort of deal with the United States.
Yes, there is a pressure on Iran due to political instability that it has witnessed due to the latest protests, which it was though able to suppress. We still do not have clear data, clear sense of how much of the over 90 million population in Iran would actually like the regime change. But we can clearly conclude that it is coming mostly out of economic grievances. And if the economic situation was satisfactory, we would probably not have had such an eruption as we've seen. So for Tehran, it makes sense to try and negotiate, given that it was the US which actually put a targeted effort to disrupt Iran's economy. And in this case, even though it was successful, as I said, in suppressing the protest, it would like very much to see an economic improvement to show that it has delivered on the economic front.
Okay, thank you very much for your analysis. Appreciated, Julia Roknifard there in Malaysia.